of the customer lifecycle, marketing and growth. I previous to Real Sleep, founded a cannabis and hemp venture studio where we called OpenNest, where we've been building out a diversified portfolio of cannabis and hemp brands. Through that process, invested quite a lot of time into the medical and clinical research side, partnered with UCLA Medical and a nonprofit medical research organization called the Holistic Foundation, which I sit on the board of and volunteer my time as a corporate officer of, where that organization has funded more money into clinical research with cannabinoid-rich therapeutics than any other organization in the history of the world at the moment. Really opened my eyes up to the therapeutic potential of the plant. It's like, very unique compounds and how it interacts with the human body. I myself have seen a lot of benefit from taking Real Sleep. It's such an amazing product that Billy formulated. I was telling Billy and Ashley the other day that, I myself have suffered from sleep issues for a very, very long time. And really my issues have been around sleep onset time. So it takes me like an hour to 90 minutes to get to sleep. Mainly because I have a hearing condition called tinnitus that many of you have most likely experienced at some point in your lives when going to a loud concert. I just have that all the time. So in, unusually quiet environments, such as like right before you go to bed, it sounds like there's an alarm going off my head and prevents me from easily falling asleep. And luckily Real Sleep allows me to like fall asleep in under 3 minutes, as I've seen that on my Whoop band. Which I actually think is like, of the nights that I take Real Sleep, that is like the max amount of time that it takes me to get to sleep. Prior to all of this experience that I'm bringing in, like my insight and experience in marketing from my previous life working in digital media, as head of partnerships and growth for a company called Musical.ly, which we rebranded to TikTok. So super excited to be on this journey. I think ultimately, seeing how working, with you guys on the development of this algorithm, how this fits into the customer life cycle, the customer journey, what touch points, at what touch points, I plan on being as involved as possible, with you guys in this process. And, I'll turn it over to either Ashley or Carrie. I know Carrie will also be, involved, quite a bit, but I'll kind of just, turn it over to the next two.
You guys want me to go? Because I'm the asshole that showed up late.
You're up.
Okay, so I'll go and double down on the asshole part. I'm sorry, guys. I guess it goes into background a little. Is the question on the background, like who we are?
Yeah, just introduction.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we were just doing introductions.
Color. So I'm executive chairman at Real Sleep, which means I have like the gray hair on the team and have grown some SaaS companies and some CPG companies and blah, blah, blah. I've never actually started a CPG company. I just helped companies like Chobani or Mio Energy for Kraft. I launched some other big things. I've worked on those. My day job is as a CEO and head of product and personalization for a AI software company, which means nothing these days because everyone's full of shit about it. As you guys know, I'm pretty candid about the things. We're in a position right now where I'm like 2 weeks in on a seed round right now, guys, just to put in perspective while I was late. And I'll probably have to duck out like I think 20 minutes early, where we have like 4 different funds right now that are presenting term sheets after meeting this week. So I have to be doing these like deeper diligence calls right now. So apologies on that. My background, I've been involved in ML and personalization software for probably like a decade before we started putting like cheesy buzz terms like that on it. It was just personalization software, just software that got smarter. Started my career with a company called In the Mo, which was essentially a personalized version of Yelp, with some video to it really early on. I got deeper into it by entering in the Netflix contest. I don't know if you guys remember that because I'm really dating myself there, but $1 million prize to beat their algorithm by 10% or better. 40,000 teams competed. The team that I was on wound up being the first team to pass the 10% mark, which is pretty cool. And that gave us a little more confidence. Started a product factory after that, where we wound up working with about 300 enterprises over the next 2.5 years, which was crazy. But we were basically